All right, I think we're firing on all cylinders now. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Justin Clark here. Going to take a look at the crypto markets, which have been tumbling. We're just going to see what's going on. And if you'd like to say good morning, let me know where you're tuning in from, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Also, if you want to get market analysis like this on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets, go ahead and follow me on Facebook or X.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, yeah, Bitcoin's not been doing super awesome. So, we're going to try to break that down here this morning. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. We're going to take a look at a chart setup called the MA Momentum Chart Setup. It stands for Moving Average Momentum. And I want to share this with everybody. If you are a member of iCoinPro, you can go to my iCoinPro training in your back office, select Micro Profit System Part 3 and hit go. And you will be able to go down and do the training on the MA Momentum, Moving Average Momentum chart setup. It's just about a 40-minute training. You can do it at any point in your 1-week course where you're learning how to trade with the system. Kind of take a little detour and do it. It's kind of a standalone training. All right, so let's get in here and let's look at what's happening. So I'm in our software. This is the software we created from the ground up to trade our strategy. Only iCoinPro has this. Nobody else does. And it's the all-seeing eye of crypto. We know when things are dipping, when things are blowing up, when things are dumping because of our trackers. Our trackers track all the coins on Binance and Coinbase for anything that's going on. The instant that it's happening, it actually pings us right to our smartphone and lets us know that things are moving. So with that said, let's look at this particular chart setup. You want to click up here and then click load chart layout. And the MA momentum chart we use to look at the bigger picture of what's happening with an asset. In this case, it's Bitcoin. And the reason why we watch Bitcoin so closely is because it's a big bully in this market. Okay, so whatever Bitcoin does, everything else does in the market. You can see it this morning. Bitcoin's dropping, so everything else is dropping. The only difference is Bitcoin might go down by 2%, and some of the altcoins might tumble by 6%, 10%, etc. And that's why we work on trading the altcoins with our strategy. So right now, let me explain a couple things. We got these red and green things. These are called candles. They show what's happening with the price action. We're looking at a 1-day chart. So every candle shows an entire day's worth of trading. These lines here, this purple, maroon, yellow, etc., squiggly looking lines, they are called moving averages, and they show areas of support or resistance potential. And then we have this Bollinger Band, which is, a shaded area, just shows a range of where the price action probably would like to trade. Or in this case, where it's starting to move out of the Bollinger Band, we're, potentially making moves or momentum heading in a certain direction. All right, one quick thing on this chart setup, which is so cool about it. When all of the price action is trading above all of these moving averages, and in particular starts trading above this light purple moving average, it means that we're potentially building up bullish momentum and almost definitely not in a bear market. And on the flip side, when we're trading below all of those moving averages and get stuck below this light purple moving average, then we are potentially building up bearish momentum and almost definitely not in a bull market, okay? And we have to process out the fear in the sellers to get back to a more positive trend. So what's going on with crypto? I mean, you'd think with the U.S. government launching a cryptocurrency reserve and announcing all these altcoins and everything, we'd be going to the moon. It's not the case. And I think in particular, maybe because of the fact that they're not intending to dump trillions of dollars into the crypto market to pump everybody's bags that they're holding on to. So here we are. So now we're trending down. And we are trending down right now. Whether or not the trend will continue, whether or not we'll bounce, we'll see. But right now, we're at the last line of defense of the crypto markets. And if you look at prior times that we've, this year we came into contact with this and we bounced and we moved back up. Over here, though, we weren't quite as lucky. We came into contact with it. We did get some bounces off of the purple one, but as soon as that broke down, there we go. The challenge is it's pretty hard to top the news that created this movement with the U.S. government's interest in Trump running and being a crypto-friendly president and creating a crypto-friendly, country in the United States. So it was interesting. So we're gonna have to see what happens from here. But if we can get a bounce off of here, that would be positive. So let's just talk about possibilities here. Listen, we got to stay above this purple moving average. Okay, it's the SMMA 150, smooth moving average 150. If we lose 78,000 right now, it probably could be pretty good, pretty bad, I should say. Pretty good for us, but pretty bad for the rest of the market. And then on the upside, we need to recapture probably about 85, 86,000, which would put us up to where we could challenge the light purple moving average again. If we can't build up that kind of momentum, losing 78 quickly would really let take the wind out of the sails here, and we could see a more significant drop if we lose it quickly. It's all about momentum and speed in markets. And, if we lost 78K, I feel like a lot of people would be caught kind of off guard by that. They'd expecting more play, in this area. This is the boogeyman for crypto right now, this downtrend line. Crypto needs to conquer that with really good volume to potentially make a run at, take it out the previous all-time high. It could happen. Excuse me. I mean, we could go to the moon, or we could go to 2,000. We could go to 200,000 or 2,000. Who knows? Andrew says we're trending down because the true players are showing their true colors, and I guess they could be, But it's also, again, there's the buy the rumor, sell the news is a trading thing. So I guess people are possibly taking everything as that it's time to sell the news on crypto. So again, we don't know. It could go to 200,000, could go to 2,000. Either way, we're going to trade the same because we tend to outperform these markets extremely well. Outperform Bitcoin, I should say, extremely well, just doing what we do. All right, so that's where we're at. We got to hold on to 78. We could get a relief rally here, but again, unless it gets over 86,000, it's not going to amount to too much. And ultimately, we have to reclaim 90,000, and that would put us up where we're potentially challenging this downtrend line. If we make it to that and it fails again, things could get ugly. So today, again, 78,000 is the key level on the downside. Probably 85, 86,000 on the upside. What we got to watch. Longs and shorts are getting really interesting. So everybody's longing it. They're all long. 73% and change, almost 74% of people are long on Binance. Long means that they're betting Bitcoin's going up from here. Shorts are only at 26%. This market is super confident that we're going up, right? And there's danger in that because when everybody knows which way we're going, sometimes the market likes to go the other way. And if it does, it can spell drama because you have to look at all these people. Almost 74% of the people on Binance are betting Bitcoin's going up, and they're mostly using leverage, which means that they're borrowing money to exaggerate their gains and their losses. So if Bitcoin starts to move down slightly and keeps slipping lower and lower and lower, at some point, these people start to get liquidated, and they can get liquidated en masse, which means that they blow out their accounts. If you ever heard of people blowing out accounts, it's because of leverage trading, options, stuff like that. So that's what's going on there. We're definitely in the danger zone for what's called a long squeeze. And a long squeeze means that all of these people betting that Bitcoin's going up start to get squeezed out of the market en masse. In other words, they get liquidated. So we are in a dangerous position. And I don't know what the magic number is, but all of this selling could build up to a selling crescendo, which would be a more dramatic dump. And that potential is on the table right now. Is it going to happen? I have absolutely no idea. Okay. We can only deal with potentials. And what that means is if you're trading, and all of a sudden you're in a trade and it's like the bottom falls out and there's just no bottom and it just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. It feels like free fall. Then we probably hit the long squeeze. We probably hit the magic price. So we'll just have to see what occurs there. All right. Last thing, let's look at what's hot and what's not the trade right now. And we're going to sort this. So let's take a look at Rare. Rare has 24 million in volume. And it's just bucking the trend right now. Just made a 17% move. It looks pretty good. It's making some good movements, some good noisiness, we like to call it, good dynamic movements. Again, I'm going to be really cautious right now on the first dip sequence on this, just because, the whole market's bearish or more bearish right now. Fear is getting higher and higher, as you can see here, extreme fear. And we're not quite at a point using the oversold index where we're not quite at a point of potential reversal. Potential, again, everything's potential. Okay. So we're going to have to see. But this signals green when the selling has gotten so intense that there's a good point that we've sold too long. But we're not there yet. So we're just going to have to see what is going to happen. But as far as what's hot and what's not, definitely Rare. Again, being cautious on the first dip sequence, maybe like the second and third dip sequences could be really fun. Maybe when it gets down near the 1 hour SMA, right? Or the 4 hour first standard deviation, even the 1 hour first standard deviation, this yellow line, or the 1 hour SMA could be good trades as long as there's a proper dip sequence and everything. So we'll have to see, but let's put that on there. And then other than that, definitely ADA, 100%. I've been trading this, and this is trending with Bitcoin. 3.9% return. I hit that for a little bit while I was food shopping. And then let's take a look. I think Ondo is probably going to be the other one that we want to look at. Ondo, 4% return. So easy to pick this morning. Highest volume, highest moving ones. Definitely Ondo, ADA, and then we'll put Rare on the list. All right, everybody, that's all I've got. We'll see. You never know. You never know. It's as President Trump said, he said, they say that you never sell your Bitcoin. And that's what they say. I've heard that that's what they say. And then he said, who the hell knows? So we'll see. You can look that quote up. It's funny as heck. So, all right. So that's everything that I've got this morning. So again, Ondo, ADA, Rare look like the ones that should be pretty fun to trade here. Again, we got that potential for the long squeeze on the table. Whether or not it's going to happen right now or we're going to bounce, we'll see. It really depends on us staying over probably about 78,000. If you want to learn how to trade these crazy crypto markets, you can go ahead and do our free bootcamp. You can get back with the person who introduced you to iCoinPro or shared this video with you. Or you can shoot an email to support@iCoinPro.com. They will be more than happy to get you that boot camp. And lastly, if you want market analysis like this pretty much on the daily, go ahead and follow me on Facebook or X.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. And let's see what happens today in these crazy crypto markets. Bye-bye now.